Hey everybody, this is James with WSTrades.com. I want to talk about using average directional index to help you make smarter trades. So what is average directional index? Well, it was an indicator created by J. Wells Wilder, very famous person for technical analysis. The average directional index, or ADX, is a technical analysis indicator used by some traders to determine the strength of a trend. The trend can be either up or down, and this is shown by two accompanying indicators, the negative directional indicator minus DI or DI minus, and the positive directional indicator, which is DI plus or plus DI. Therefore, the ADX commonly includes three separate lines. These are used to help assess whether a trade should be taken long or short, or if a trade should be taken at all. So again, here are the three components of ADX, or average directional index. We've got the ADX line, the DI plus line, and also the DI minus line. Okay, so let's hop here into Thinkorswim and see how to put the ADX on the chart. In the upper right, you're going to have a studies button. Go ahead and click that. Click edit studies. And then in the smaller window in the upper left, there's a search box. We're going to type in DMI there, or search for DMI. Double click it. I'm going to change the default colors on this because I don't like them. So I'm going to hit this little gear icon right next to the indicator. And then here on the DI plus tab, I'm going to hit this color button and I'm going to change that to green. Then I'm going to hit the DI minus tab. I'm going to click that color button. I'm going to change the DI minus to red. Hit OK. And then the ADX line, I'm going to click that color and change that to white. Hit apply and OK. Okay, so we've got it on the chart now. So let's actually talk about what we are seeing here on the chart. So we've got the green line, which is the DI plus line or the DI positive line. We've got the red line here, which is the DI minus or DI negative line. And then we've got the ADX line, which is the white line showing the strength of the trend. So let me zoom in a little more here. And let's talk about how we can use this to actually make a trade. So let's go to this point in time right here, and we do see that we have a crossover. We have the green line crossing above the red line. So we have that crossover happening here. DI positive going above DI negative, but the ADX, or average directional index, here is riding pretty low, around 10 or 11. So even though we have the crossover here, we do not make the long trade because the ADX line, or the white line, is telling us that we do not have a strong trend. So let's go along in time here a little bit more. We have the DI positive line touching the DI negative line, but it stays above it. So we still have that crossover active. And then at a certain point here, our ADX, or that white line, actually gets above 25. You can see it about right here on this candle. So that white line ADX gets above the 25 level, and it's like, okay, we had a crossover. That DI positive or green line crossed above that DI negative or that red line, and we have a strong trending market. So you could have made a long trade right here on this candle for FSR or Fisker on the daily time frame. And this candle closed at $15.45 or so. And you can see this thing went on a massive run. So you could have made a lot of money on this trade right here. So that's how you can use the ADX, or average directional index, to make a long entry on a trade and use it to help you make smarter, high quality trades. So if you thought any of the information was valuable or useful to you, please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.